Good morning, how are we today? Want to do a short cardio and core session today. So you're going to need your mat and some water. I'll give it about a minute now before we start, just to let a few more log on and we'll get ready to go. So, hope we're all well. We're going to do 8 exercises. We're going to do 2 rounds. So if you're doing this workout and you want to get a longer session in, just pause me after the second round, do the whole thing again, and then do your cool down at the end. So we're going to start off with total body extension. We're going to go down into a reverse crunch on the floor. We're going to go into our lateral side skip with a knee up, down onto the floor for plank, back up onto our feet for jumping jacks, down onto the floor for crunch, and then we're going to finish off with the burpee and the dead bug. So again, as always, I'll show you different variations as we go through, and we'll do 40 seconds of each, 2 times, and that'll be us ready for whatever life throws at us today. So when you're ready, we'll bring it onto our toes and we'll just do our usual warm up. So we're getting the heart rate up, just nice and gentle, nice and light on the feet. Speed it up a wee bit. And bring it into your jack. Bring it sideways and forward, hands out in front. You can alternate with this as well. Jacks. Bring it along to a jog again. Speed it up. And stop. Heart rate should be nice and up at this point. So, rotating the hips. And other way. Just bring on the arms before we go to the floor. Change direction. Going down into a squat position, chest is tall, head is up, bum is low. Stretch the legs up. Back down. Again, chest is tall. Push it up again. Third time down. So use the elbows now if you can to gently rotate and move the hips. Bring it onto the floor. Into plank position. Foot comes up to the hand. Hold. And back. Keep the core nice and tight here. So do 3 each side. And as long as you can bring your foot to here, it's fine. And if you can, bring it up towards the hand. And use the elbow then for a deeper stretch if you want to. Bring it down onto your side. Bottom leg is straight. Top leg is up over the top. Hands are out in front. And you're rotating back 6 each side. Change directions or change sides. Again, bottom leg is straight. Top leg is at a 90-degree angle. Rotate the whole way back, turn that chest to the ceiling. And when you have that done, you're onto your back. You can use your ankle on your knee and do 6 each side, or you can do 12 with both feet on the floor, whichever you're able to do. Remember always with this movement that you're not pushing your tummy towards the ceiling, you're pushing your pelvis, your hips. Good stuff. Now, so when that's done, grab a drink if you need it. It's probably roasting where you are as well. It's definitely roasting here. And we're going to go into our total body extension. And as I said, set out your mat because you're going to be going from the floor to the floor with each of these exercises. Now, okay, don't even know what that is. So when you're ready, we'll get started. Starting off with our total body extension, going down into reverse crunch. I'm going to bring this down here. My fancy timer. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So total body extension starts with the hands in the air, back and up. Careful on the mat that you don't slip. Now you can reach up and reach back. It's as if you're going to ski. So swinging the arms back. Add in the jump when you can. You're halfway. Find a rhythm. Reach up high, sit back down into it. Last 10. Keep going. 3, 2, time. Well done. Bring it down onto the floor. We're going into a reverse crunch. So with the reverse crunch, like yesterday I showed as well, different variations. You can go from here, hands are by your side, legs are up here, bring your knee in, and then your legs out. In and out. Or if you want to go to the more advanced version, you're going up and low. But make sure your back stays flat. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, in, keep the bum off the floor, heels to the ceiling. In, out. A small movement. Might feel like you're not doing very much, but you are working the right muscles. Don't sit on your hands and keep the back flat. If you're going advanced, make sure that back stays flat on the floor and there's no arch in that back. Don't hold your breath. Last 10 seconds. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bring it back up now for a lateral knee. So we're going to skip to the side and bring up our knee. And you can do your wee dancing sound effects if you wish. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, go. So it's 1, 2, 3, knee. Bump, 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 bump. Bring up the inside knee. So whichever direction you're going, the opposite knee comes up. You want to extend that, bring the elbow to the knee, but keep the back straight. So you're not bending forward to meet it. You're bringing the knee up in a crunch. Last 10. Three, 2, 1, time. Let's go to the ground for a plank for 40 seconds. So again, you know your plank moves by now. You can do the plank off the knees, like so. When you're in this position, tuck that pelvis forward, keep the core tight. If you're doing it off your toes, here, straight, tuck. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So whichever one you're able to do, when the plank is done properly, it's just as effective off the knees as it is off the feet. Keep the elbows below the shoulders. Keep the neck nice and neutral. Check your pelvis. What often happens now is after about 20 seconds, people start to put the bums in the air. Keep them straight. Keep it tucked. Squeeze that core. Imagine now that someone's going to punch you in the stomach. You should be able to resist that punch. Last 5, stay up, stay up, stay up. 3, 2, time. Well done. Bringing it back up onto the floor for jumping jack.
Now with your jumping jack, as we start on 10, I'll show variations for you. Your jack is just this. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, if you're doing a basic jack, check your technique again. It's not just about swinging the arms and legs. Core tight, pelvis tucked, back straight, shoulders back and low, and you're making that star shape and bouncing as you go. Hands are tight. If that's difficult, step it out here, keep the arms up high, bring it back in. 1, 2, 1, 2. And that might just be pelvic floor issues that cause discomfort when you start the jumping. So it's absolutely fine to do this as well. As you keep the arms nice and high. 3, 2, time. Going onto the floor for a crunch. Again, I'm going to keep this a basic crunch today. You can advance it. I'll start off with the basic and I'll show the advanced moves as we go. So you're starting off when you're here, head on the floor, hands by the temples, lift the head and shoulders up. That's your starting position. Don't go out of that. 3, 2, 1, let's go. From here, our hands are here and we're pushing up. So our head and shoulders don't go back onto the floor. If that is too easy, shouldn't really be too easy, that's difficult for anybody. You can bring the hands to the temples, have the 90-degree angle in the knees, and bring the crunch up here. If any of the advanced crew here want to show off and be brilliant in your own kitchen, go for it. You're just crunching the same muscles. Keep going with 10 seconds. So with the crunch, don't feel that, oh, I'm only doing the basic one. You are working every muscle just as much as the person who's doing the advanced one. And 10. Let's go back onto the floor now for our burpees. I don't know why I put these in when I have another class tonight, but sure, whatever. Bit of crack. So we're going to do our burpees and we're going to finish off on the ground with our dead bug. When you are ready, so again, you can do the burpee off a chair, off a higher surface, or you can do it off the floor in a slow version, or you can go advanced with your speed and your jump. So, when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, I'll show the basic version. Your hands go to the floor, you push the legs back in one movement, you bring the legs back here, you stand or you jump. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to do it off a higher surface, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eventually, you'll find that that becomes easy and you'll want to go to the floor. 10 seconds. Keep going whichever one you're doing. You're brilliant. Go for it. 3. Let's do one more. Come on. 2. -2. Well done. And we're finishing off on the floor with our dead bug. So we lie on our back for this one. And we're going to, I'll show you the starting position. You're starting off here. Okay. Now, with the dead bug, you see people doing this and they look like they're running on their backs. No. You're up here, hands are straight. Knees are at a 90-degree angle again. You're doing a leg lower and an arm lower at the same time on either side. Basic, just do the legs. So come with me now. 3, 2, 1, let's go. You're here. For beginners, leg goes out, heel goes towards the wall and brings it back in the knee. Heel towards the wall. Now I'm going low, watch me. If your back begins to arch, do high. You can do a dead bug like this as well. Nice and controlled. As you get more strong in the core, you can then bring that leg lower. But if you bring that leg low, like this, people tend to bring the leg down and then the back arches to control the movement. The wrong muscles are working. So the back stays flat and you go to wherever you can on that dead bug. 3, 2, time. Well done. Round 1 done. Grab a drink. We're going to do that again. It'll be a little bit faster second time round because I won't need to stop and show you all the movements. You'll know what we're doing. I will continue to show the variations throughout, but I'll try and get to the advanced version as well. Nicely crowd on this morning. I hope you're all well. I'll give you about a minute just and we'll go at that again.
order of these. It does help to stick to the kind of cardio to core. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever to mix them up. So either start with core, go to cardio, or start with cardio, go to core. I like to start with cardio because it gets you going, and it means that your last exercise is on the floor. So especially now for the last round, it means that your heart rate will start to come down a little bit quicker, which means the cool down is easier to get to and more effective. So we're going to do that again. Any questions at any time about any of the exercises, please drop them into the comments, and myself or Emmett will get back to you as soon as possible. Don't sit at home thinking something and not wanting to ask in case you look silly, because if you're thinking it, there's 10 others thinking the same thing, and that's what we're here for. So ask the questions. Right guys, let's go again. We're starting off with our total body extension, going back down to reverse crunch. This is your last round if you're doing it with me live, so go for it now. Really push yourself and leave yourself feeling fantastic at the end of this. 3, 2, 1, total body extension. Reach up and back and up, and then we start to add in our jump. We find our rhythm. We pretend we're on a ski slope somewhere and that we're having a great old time. Says me who's never been skiing. Anyway, up and down. Halfway. Breathe out on the land. Last 10. Three, 2, 10. Bring it down onto the floor for your reverse crunch. So again, pick the level that suits you. One note on this, don't start with one level and then fire into another one and then go back to another one. Pick one and do it, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, in and out. Heels go to the wall. Knees come in, heels to the wall, bum comes up. Now, if you're advanced, go to here and then go to the floor. Nice and low. As low as you can go without raising or arching that back. You're halfway. Again, you're perfectly fine with this. Last 5. 3, 2, and let's bring it back up. We're going up into our side lateral shuffle, or side lateral, or lateral shuffle. There's redundant language if ever you heard it. And we're going down into the plank after that. 3, 2, 1, go. So skip to the side, up. 1, 2, 3, up. Or stop. Hold. Whichever you can do. Bring the knee up loose. Boom. Head at a slap. Want to crunch? Knee up. 1, 2, 3 to the chest. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Well done. Keep going. Bum, ba-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Last 5. 3, 2. Finish this one. And time. Bring it onto your floor for your plank. Ready to go. Knees or toes, you choose. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So your elbows are below your shoulders. Back is straight. Pelvis is tucked. No bum in the air. No dip here. Everything's in a line. Straight line from heels or knees to shoulders. If you're in this one and you start to struggle, don't come out of it. Just lower one knee. Bring it back, lower the other knee. And there you reset again. Last 10. It's okay if you're shaking. If you're vibrating, that's normal. Remember to breathe. 3, 2, 10. Well done. Bringing it back up into our jaw. Ready to go? I am firing through this now. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We want you sweating by the end of this. Nice rhythm. Light on the toes. Keep the knees soft. Do not lock out the knees. Again, easier version. If you have issues completely with lateral movement,
Go back and up, out and up. So it's a step back. You're still working the hips. You're still working the muscles. You're still moving. You're winning. Last 10, come on. And 10. Bring it down onto your back for your crunch. Decide which one you're doing. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Again, where do we start? Here. We start here. We go up. We come back to here. Hands are moving up and down. So with the crunch, you'll often see people doing this. No. Everything stays stationary. The only thing that moves is here. So you're crunching from the lower, below the chest, to the top of the pelvis. It's in, out. Your shoulders come up and down, but they don't move. Last 10. Three, 2, 1. So even the most basic looking crunch like that, it'll burn if you're doing it right, and you will feel the difference in those shoulders being up to start. Back up onto the floor. We're going to do our burpee, down into our dead bug to finish off. Knees now. Okay, so again, choose which one you're doing, pace yourself, and let's go. We're going down, hands are here, leg is out the back. Don't dip or do a press up here. Bring it back up and stand. You can continue now with these, or you can do the little jump at the end, just to get that little bit more bang for your buck. Now, last 14 seconds. Come on, we can do it. Let's do one more. And time. Well done. Bring it back onto the floor for our dead bug. Now again, remember what I said about the dead bug. You don't want to look like you're cycling on your back. You want slow, controlled movements. If you're a beginner and your core strength is not as good as you want it to be, keep the legs high and focus on building it up. If you are strong and you know you can do it, please just be aware of your technique. Keep that back flat, heels to the wall. 3, 2, 1. Starting position for everyone. And then you go as far as you can go. So advanced crew, you're here, and you're going heels to the wall, and everything is nice and flat, and your back stays low. If that's too much, try this one. Push the heel towards the ceiling, and you can bring your hands back. Now, if bringing the hands back is causing you to move, just do the feet. This is still a dead bug, and if this is what you can do, this is enough. Last 5. Then you progress by adding your hands as you get more confident. Okay, so, good stuff. We might do a finisher, maybe we won't. Okay, so we'll just walk now. Well done. That was short and sweet, but it was sweaty. We'll cool down in a wee second. Just slowly now, have a drink, walk or bob and weave or do a wee dance to try and get the heart rate back down. It shouldn't be too high after the dead bug, but we keep saying this and we will continue to keep saying it. Just because you see myself or Emmett doing a more advanced version doesn't mean that that's the right way. That's just the one that we can do. And if you're in a class situation, it'll be the same. Someone beside you will be doing a more advanced version. That does not mean that what you're doing is wrong. And it's so, so important that you always feel after your workouts that you have done the best that you can do. To hell with anybody else, what you can do. And as you progress then, you start to notice that, okay, last week I couldn't do this, but this week I'm trying it and I am able to do it. With the ones that go up and down to the floor, like the burpees and the different movements like that, often it's confidence where you think, I'll never get up off the floor again. Which is why we show you the starting version, which allows you to kind of, your body gets used to the movement that will eventually bring you to the floor. So believe in yourself and you can do it, and try it and see how you get on. The joy of this is that nobody sees you. So you can try these things, and if they work, and if they don't, nobody knows. So we're going to cool down. We're going to go to the floor for the cool down. So keep your mat out, and I want you to lie on your back and stretch it all out. Oh, make all the noises you want. So we're nice and flat again. Arms are above your head. Nice deep breaths. And you should feel your heart rate starting to slow. Bring the hands up, knees up. Bring the knees into the chest and hold. Now you can move slightly side to side if you want to roll out that lower back. It's a nice move, a nice stretch. From here, keep hold of your left knee and extend the right leg out. Again, look at how my heel is going towards the wall, not my toe, my heel. Bring that back in, switch legs and extend. Always nice and slow and careful on these movements. Bring that in again. We're going to put the knees from here to the side and the hands go to the other side. So you're twisting yourself around. If you want to get a deeper stretch into the glute, lift that top knee a little bit more and push it towards the floor. Be careful with this one. Bring it carefully back to center. Again, we're starting off here. We're going to here. I want to get a deeper stretch in, so I'm going to push it further. Be careful of the upper back when you do that. And only do this if you know you have the core strength. Bring it back to here. Now, knees are here. Ankle comes up onto one knee. Hand goes through and you pull the leg up. Now, heel can go towards the ceiling for a deeper stretch. And keep the stretch nice and taut. Down, switch. Ankle onto knee, hand goes through, pull up. And again, if you want to get a deeper stretch, again, you push that knee out. Make sure that it's out and it'll stretch out that hip and back. If you're vibrating, stop. So bring it back to here. Turn it onto your side or your front, whichever you can do. And you're going to bring the knee together and the heel up to the bum. Turn around to the other side, do the other leg. I'm just going to go onto my tummy now so I'm not turning my back to you. And I'm going to stretch the other leg like this. If you're doing it on your front, push the pelvis down into the floor for a deeper stretch. There's always a variation and there's always ways you can get more. From here, hands are below your shoulders and you're going to push gently up and carefully up and you're going to look at the ceiling. Be careful of the lower back here. Some people throw themselves up and hurt themselves with this. Nice and slow. These stretches are always slow. And then carefully back into child's pose. From here, bring it back up onto the feet. Let's swing the arms around. Change directions. Bring the foot back, step back, go low down, tilt the pelvis, feel the stretch. Switch sides. Big step back, knee, down, tuck. And finish off. Hands go up high. Hands go out to the side. To the front. And then just to bring our shoulders low again, behind, and roll the shoulders back and low. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. I will see some of you perhaps in Strong Nation tonight. I will, as I said already, it's been moved to 8 o'clock. I'm doing it in the gym. I will stream the class, but you'll only see me. You won't see the rest of the girls doing it because that would be unfair. So it might be different. It might feel a wee bit different
but hopefully it'll be the same experience and you'll be able to join in the class and hopefully even hear and get the energy off the crew that are doing it. So that's at 8 o'clock tonight, and I will see you again, if not tonight, tomorrow.